Greetings everyone. Whoa, different angle. Cool. Well, the reason for the different angle is I'm going to be putting some overlays up over here, so I needed to kind of move over a bit. Well, ever since doing my videos about the movie packs from Mill Creek, remember how I kind of blew off the movie listings on these, saying, oh, it'll take too long to go through them, there's almost 100 movies. I should have saw this coming. No sooner did I do that than a bunch of you sent me messages asking, well, is this movie on there? Is that movie on there? Can we get a list of the movies that are on there? So, okay, let's go through what movies are on these sets. Today, we'll focus on the Spaghetti Westerns collection. Well, the collections. There's actually one more Spaghetti Westerns collection, and there's also a Blu-ray of a couple of them out from Mill Creek that I'd like to pick up. But for now, we have these two, and that's what we're going to talk about today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. Oh, okay, Spaghetti Westerns. I've been watching a lot of this set recently, actually, and having a lot of fun with it. Some great stuff on here and some not so great stuff, but when it comes to Spaghetti Westerns, if you're watching Spaghetti Westerns, the genre, you know that generally they're going to be cheesy to begin with, so I think you tend to be a little bit more forgiving, at least I do, when I watch them. So don't look too hard for depth and meaning, just enjoy the ride. The thing I enjoy about Spaghetti Westerns is they seem to be a lot, I don't know, grittier and rougher around the edges than the clean, polished Hollywood-style Westerns that you see, well, from Hollywood. Yeah, and I really like that. That really appeals to me, because to me, I would think this is more like what the Old West was like. You know, it was dirty, it was dangerous. So that's why I like the Spaghetti Westerns, because to me, you know, for all the lacking production value sometimes, they seem to capture the essence of that perception of the Old West, which I think is a more realistic perception. It's not to say that the, you know, dramatically speaking, they're more realistic. I'm just talking in terms of the look and feel of them a lot of the time. It just feels more like what the Old West was probably like. So let's go into what movies are on here. Now, needless to say, across these two sets, there's quite a bit of overlap. 17 of the 20 movies from this set are on this set. So that means there's 3 that are on this set that are not on this set. So let's go over what's on both of them. So let's start with the smaller one, and we'll see what's on there, and then we'll go through the bigger one and check out the overlap. So let's get a nice big look at the cover, shall we? Isn't that pretty? Lee Van Cleef was such a badass. Yeah, awesome. I'll give you a look at the inside here in just a moment. For now, let's flip over to the back cover. There we go, and let's see what we got. Okay, so we have, in alphabetical order, because they always list them in alphabetical order here, we have Apache Blood, Between God, the Devil, and a Winchester, Beyond the Law, which is widescreen, by the way, China 9, Liberty 7, Death Rides a Horse, The Fighting Fists of Shanghai Joe. I watched that one recently. Basically, Spaghetti Western meets Kung Fu. How can you possibly go wrong with that combination? It's so much fun. Find a Place to Die, Fistful of Lead, God's Gun, which I believe is also widescreen, actually, Grand Duel, also widescreen, Gunfight at Red Sands, It Can Be Done, Amigo, Johnny Yuma, Man from Nowhere, Minnesota Clay, Sundance and the Kid. The full title of that is actually Sundance Cassidy and Butch the Kid, which has absolutely nothing to do with the movie. I mean, the title is a clear cash-in on, you know, the Butch and Sundance craze at the time. But it's basically a comedy, and it's quite funny, I thought. I actually enjoyed it. This Man Can't Die, Trinity and Sartre. That's one of the many, many Trinity spin-offs. Trinity was a really popular character in Spaghetti Westerns, and much like Django, Trinity had a gazillion rip-offs and spin-offs and such, and some of them didn't even really have the character Trinity in them. They would just have someone who kind of looked like Trinity in like one scene in a bar, like, "Hey, Trinity!" and there'd be some guy acting like Trinity. And then, because they had that character in there, they would put Trinity all over the title. Yeah. Twice a Judas and White Comanche. White Comanche is the one with William Shatner. Actually, we did watch that one recently. That was a lot of fun. At first I thought, like, oh, this must be what he was doing before he was really famous from Star Trek and, you know, had to eat. But no, White Comanche is actually from 1968, so he did that right after Star Trek. I guess he had to eat after his show got canceled. I don't know. Anyway, White Comanche, lots of fun. So I've watched probably about half of the movies on this set by this point. I was just kind of marathoning them a couple of weekends ago and having an absolute blast. So this is a lot of fun. So let's take a quick look inside here. We of course have the customary stack of discs. But the one thing that I like about this is they are actually all single-sided discs, and they actually do have pretty nice disc art on them. So there you go. So it's 5 dual-layer discs with 4 movies a piece on them. Very nice. And they just go back in there. I should show you actually how these fit into the tray here. So you have the box here for the disc sleeves, right? And the way you put it in is there's the clips at the bottom there, okay, and then you just push in the covers like that, and it's nice and secure. And as I demonstrated previously, that ain't going nowhere. I think, yes, that ain't going anywhere. There we go. That ain't going nowhere. There's that double negative again. Alrighty, so then we have the 44 movie collection. Let's get a nice big look at the cover of this baby. Yeah, again, pretty nice artwork. If you recall, I actually got this one for $5, and I got this one for $12.99, so not too shabby. You're looking at around 50 cents a movie. Okay, so here, again in alphabetical order, we have 3 Bullets for Ringo, and God Said to Cain, Apache Blood, Ben and Charlie, Between God, the Devil, and a Winchester, Beyond the Law, Boot Hill, Challenge to White Fang, China 9, Liberty 37, Dead for a Dollar, Dead Men Don't Make Shadows, Death Rides a Horse. I think you'll see Death Rides a Horse on pretty much every spaghetti western collection ever, because it's considered one of the all-time greats outside of the Sergio Leone classics. The Deserter, Django Kills, Django vs. Sartana. And that's it for the Django spin-offs on these sets. A lot of you were asking me about that. The original Django actually has a really nice Blu-ray release, I believe, from Blue Underground. So check that out. It's one I definitely want to pick up, because I've never seen the Django movies. Then we have again the Fighting Fists of Shanghai Joe, Find a Place to Die, Fistful of Lead, 4 of the Apocalypse, 4 Road Out, Grand Duel, and The Great Adventure. That's the first half. Here's the second half. Hate Thy Neighbor. His name was King. If you meet Sartana, pray for death. Yes, Sartana, as you probably noticed, is another one that was popular and had a gazillion spin-offs and rip-offs. It Can Be Done, Amigo, Jesse and Lester, Johnny Yuma, Kiyoma the Avenger, Kid Vengeance, The Man from Nowhere, The Manhunt, Manaya, A Man Called Blade, Minnesota Clay, The Price of Power, Run Man Run, The Stranger's Gun Down, Sundance and the Kid again. They Call Him Cemetery, which was actually a lot of fun. It was about a couple of rival bounty hunters. I watched that one on Skinslip's recommendation. Well recommended, Skinslip. This Man Can't Die, Trinity and Sartana, The Unholy Four, White Comanche, and finally, White Fang and the Hunter. So there you go. That's all the movies that are on these 2 collections. Quite a huge, huge collection. And of course, as I believe I illustrated before, this set is actually, there goes the book. It does have the nice booklet, which I really like. It gives you a disc by disc breakdown of what's on each disc. Now these are all double-sided discs, but what I found odd is they're double-sided single layer. So why didn't they just do them as single-sided dual layer like the 20-pack? And then they could have put some nice artwork on the discs and there'd be less chance of scratching them. I don't know. But the advantage of them being double-sided single layer is there's really no playback problems. I haven't had any issues with them. So quite a nice collection. Definitely sure to please the spaghetti western fans among us. And best of all, it's cheap. So even if you're not particularly fond of the majority of the movies, you know, as long as there's a few there that you enjoy, you're getting your money's worth. So as far as the ones that are not duplicated in this set, and the reason to pick this up for $5, just to be complete, let me just see. Let's quickly go over that. Apache Blood, yes. Between God and the Devil, Winchester, yes. Beyond the Law, yes. China 9, Liberty 7. Death Rides a Horse. Fighting Fist of Shanghai Joe. Find a Place to Die. Fistful of Lead. God's Gun. God's Gun is one that's on this set, but not on this set. That's one in which Lee Van Cleef actually plays twins. He plays a preacher who gets killed by, you know, roving band of outlaws, and then he also plays his twin brother, who's this really, you know, awesome gunslinger who goes and takes revenge for his brother. I really enjoyed that one a lot, actually. That's a really good, you know, turn of badassery for Lee Van Cleef. I should mention, when I talk about your all-star cast, it also featured Jack Palance as the leader of the gang of outlaws, Bridget Nielsen as a woman who befriends him, and Richard Boone as sort of the mayor of the town. Very cool movie, sure to please spaghetti western fans. It's not, I mean, even though it's got a great cast, their acting isn't quite up to par with what you've probably seen in other movies they've done, but, you know, Lee Van Cleef and Jack Palance are always awesome. Lots of fun. Let's see, and then Grand Duel is included. Gunfight at Red Sands. Yeah, Gunfight at Red Sands is another one that's only on this set. So then we have It Can Be Done, Amigo, Johnny Yuma, Man from Nowhere, Minnesota Clay, yeah, Sundance and the Kids. Sorry, I lost my place here. This Man Can't Die. This Man Can't Die was pretty good too. Trinity and Sartana. Sorry. Twice a Judas. There we go. Twice a Judas, which is a really good one with Klaus Kinski, is on this set, but not on this set. So there you go. So that's the three. So you have God's Gun, Gunfight at Red Sands, and Twice a Judas are only on the 20-pack. So, I mean, that's 3 movies. Basically, if you get this for $5, you're paying $5 for 3 movies. I think that's a pretty good deal. Plus, you have the added bonus of the other 17 being on single-sided discs instead of the double-sided discs. So that, again, is a pretty good reason for me to have both. Plus, they both have really nice covers. I gotta say, Mill Creek is doing a really good job on their covers. I remember when they first started doing these multi-packs many years ago, they really looked cheap, and I think a lot of them weren't even in proper keep cases. They were actually in like fully cardboard boxes, and some of you out there probably still have some of those older versions of the sets. So these are definitely more sturdy, and I think have nicer cover art. They're actually putting a little more effort into it. So, yeah, there you go. So that covers the 2 Spaghetti Westerns collections, and I don't know what more I can say about them. If you enjoy some Spaghetti Western action like I do, then they're definitely worth the very, very low price tag. I mean, for God's sake, you're getting 47 movies for less than $20 collectively, and a couple of nice display pieces for your shelf. Alrighty, that's it from me to you for now. Next time, we will talk about the Warriors collection, the classic collection of sword and sandal epics. And yeah, so we'll go into the 50 movies that are on this set and hopefully answer whatever questions you had about what was on them. If you want to get a listing of the movies that are on Mill Creek's various movie packs, just head on over to their website because they actually have them all listed right there. But if you'd rather wait and hear me read them to you, you can read along with me in your book. Just wait for Tinkerbell's chime. Alrighty, that's it from me to you for now. So until next time, thanks for watching, and sayonara.